And despite having much in common with Hayek as far as his ideas are concerned, personally, he was a real contrast. He was not coming from this kind of aristocratic, highly cultured Austrian background that Hayek was coming from. He was coming from a much more marginalized community.
Milton Friedman's family didn't have a lot of money. He was raised by working-class Jewish immigrants in New Jersey at a time when most people didn't have a lot of money, since the Depression was in full swing by the time he got his master's in the 1930s. This financial strain inspired Friedman to study economics. After school, he took a job working in the government, FDR's New Deal government, and eventually got a job at the University of Chicago, where he got connected to Hayek, and started to develop different views from his former government colleagues. And that's what landed him an invitation to that Mont Pelerin meeting in 1947, where finally he was amongst friends.
Friedman later described it as a unique environment where you could say things without being worried that somebody was going to stab you in the back. There was a sense that you were surrounded by colleagues who you could trust to some degree.
A safe space that emboldened Friedman to go public with his fringe beliefs. In 1951, he published an essay called
Neoliberalism and Its Prospects. It really encapsulates a lot of the ideology of this meeting at Mont Pelerin in 1947.
First of all, the government doesn't have any responsibility. People have responsibility. This building doesn't have responsibility. You and I have responsibility. People have responsibility. We have been becoming an over-governed and over-regulated society. We have been moving down the road that Friedrich Hayek in his great book called The Road to Serfdom. We do not have to continue down that road. We can be the masters of our own destiny.
Friedman was carrying the Mont Pelerin torch and turning Hayek's complex ideas about privatization, deregulation, and individual freedom into bite-sized snacks.
And Friedman turned out to be great at that. Taking very complicated ideas and conversations and packaging them to make them sound very simple and compelling in ways that normal people could understand. He understood the rhetorical power of simplicity.
And could translate an entire ideology into one simple idea.
The market could solve problems that the government couldn't.
And this applied to almost everything.
In his utopian world, he was pretty clear there would be no public education.
He pushed for school vouchers.
Market competition is the surest way to improve the quality and promote innovation in education as in every other field.
And something called the negative